Creo que ya va a empezar. Ok, cambiamos de lugar. Sorry. Sorry.
Hey guys, we're not marching yet. We're just moving down to get more people to move.
Vamos bien. Vámonos de aquel lado, vete. Sorry. Thank you. Sorry. Excuse me, thank you.
So where is this one that you're at?
Excuse me, sorry, thank you.
Another one.
Tenemos que avanzar porque como que se adelantaron. Sí, mi amor, ya sé. está fuerte el audio, por favor. Porque ahorita se puede reventar por el ruido y eso. Los que no estamos conectados, ¿verdad? Wait, wait. There you are. Yes. Very good. Thank you. Tranquilo. Thank you. Toda completa.
This is what
aquí, voy aquí.
Trump has got to go!
Are you sure? No, it's not.
¿Qué pasó? Ah, pensé que querían algo. Vamos de aquel lado para ver el otro toma de aquel lado, del lado izquierdo. Vente. Sí, sí.
Alright guys, I want you to try something, okay? Sorry for destroying your ears. I'll pay your hospital bill. Okay. So, I want us to note a couple of other people. Who else do we want out of here other than just Donald Trump? Throw in a name. J.D. Vance has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Who else? No other names? Yes, all of them have got to go. The ruling class has got to go. I like that. So, I'm bringing this up to note something. We are unified and united from different parts of the city, different parts of the state, even in different parts of the country, because we know this is not overcoming of power by the current administration. But it's a matter of us.
I see.
No
This
king.
here. Exacto.
No
Venga, venga.
king.
Come on.
Eat the rich. Fuck ICE. Free Palestine.
Thank you.
Women's rights are human rights.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Come on, come on. Thank you.
Let freedom ring. We don't want a king. Let freedom ring. We don't want a king. Let freedom ring. We don't want a king.
Two.
Let freedom ring.
Come
We
on.
don't want a king. Let freedom ring. We don't want a king. Let freedom ring. We don't want a king.
Thank you.
Let
Thank you.
freedom
Thank you.
ring. We don't want a king.
Oh yeah, it is.
Philly, baby. That's right.
Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go.
Vamos así siguiéndolos poquito. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Voy a ir un poquito para así, caminando con ellos atrás. Oye, agarraron para acá. Ah, ok. Necesitamos ya esa avenida para verla. Sí.
Almost ugly and bad at it. Just call it out.
Eso me entendí.
I'm waiting for you. I'm trying to wait for you. I'm trying to stay in one place. You're behind the marker. Oh, you are? Over to the left of the drummer.
Freedom. That's what I thought.
Yeah, but we have a lot of, depth, and we're planning to get more depth. We're planning to get more depth.
Quiero hacer una toma. No encuentro dónde. No encuentro dónde. No sé. Sí, yeah. Ok. Espérame, voy a subir este, espera. Nada más que no se me vaya a desconectar. hacemos, gracias.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Well, and I'm sure that's what she
This fascist king has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. This fascist king has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. This fascist king has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. This fascist king has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. This fascist king has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. The fascist king has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. This fascist king has got to go.
Thank you.
I always like imagine I could just go over there
I did all this.
Please, please, please. Thank you, thank you. Sorry.
I didn't wear pants. I would get hot. you. This is what democracy looks like. Woo! Down with Trump. Let's get rid of him. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have we got around to it?
Lisa.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it for sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Cool. Thank you guys. Watching you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, Pedro, sorry. Thank you. Tengo que limpiar el lente.
Yeah, I've only received positive.
Nobody's had a problem. templete, ¿no? Sí. Sí. Yes.
I saw the guy in the house mask. I actually watched it. I think he's just one of those like blind spots going on. Because the screen was super loud going over.
O sea, ¿sí vamos a entrar o qué? ¿Será que nos dejan entrar nosotros por acá? Están las bardas de metal. Sorry.
Fuck Stephen Miller! Fuck Stephen Miller!
No. Ya te fijaste que son dos entradas, para acá y para allá. Están entrando de aquel lado. Si quieres, dame el tripito.
No. So sorry. Yes. With Indivisible.
I don't
Are you
know.
with Indivisible? He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Show. Woo!
So good with the machine.
No logro encontrar el lugar.
Welcome to the No Kings Rally. Please note that there are water stations at 24th and Pennsylvania and Eakins Oval and Martin Luther King Drive. Also, there is a staff medical team at the far
Ahí está una
south
cámara
end
hasta arriba.
Eakins Oval.
Pero es el
In the
tripié.
event of a medical emergency, look for one of our volunteers in the green reflective vests or helmet. For those who need to board buses after the program, please proceed down Kelly Drive to the bus staging location behind the museum. Thank you for joining us, and our program will begin soon.
Across this country, something powerful is happening. People are rising for each other, for democracy, and for our collective freedom. We have chosen not to live in fear or let division destroy this country. We believe in something bigger than ourselves and the promise of freedom and justice for all. But now, our rights and our freedoms are under attack. We can point fingers, or we can take action. This spring, millions of us united for one of the largest peaceful protests in the history of the United States. Together, we told Trump and his billionaire administration to keep their greedy hands off our health care, our veterans' benefits, our public lands, our rights. Courage is contagious. And now we're taking to the streets again on Saturday, June 14th for No King's Day. While Trump wastes tens of millions of taxpayer dollars on a military parade for his acting like a wannabe king, people in every state have organized over 1,800 events in their communities to uphold democracy and protect our rights. People standing side by side for the future we all deserve. We don't do kings in the United States. Legally, power belongs with the people.
Please welcome Bishop William Barber, President of Repairers of the Breach, and architect of Moral Monday. Today he comes in his capacity as a minister and bishop in the church.
Forward together, not one step back. Before I say anything today, I want us to take a moment and consider the violence that we heard about this morning in Minnesota. I want to ask Reverend Della Owens if she would come and read the name of those who are now deceased. And we want to take a moment of meditation and reflection.
We remember State Representative Melissa Portman and her husband, Mark Portman, as they were shot and killed. We remember State Representative John Hoffman and his wife, who were shot multiple times. They have gone through surgery, and we are very optimistic about their survival. Let us pray for them as they recover.
Violence, mean, cruel, premeditated violence has visited us again, and we have heard that lawmakers in Minnesota have been killed. and shot, killed by a deception, a person impersonating law enforcement, inflicting death. And in this moment, my brothers and sisters, let us repent as a nation of all this violence and death. Let us pray for the souls of those killed, the recovery of those who were hurt and harmed. Can we pray for the families of those who've been shaken, the communities once again that have been rocked? Let us pray for the law enforcement that are doing the right thing. Pray for the capture of the killers, the quick capture, and any behind this murderous deed. They claim they also he had a manifesto of other names. Let us pray that the hearts of elected officials to find the heart to set aside the politics of violence and greed and corruption and hate and death, and that we can find a way to do like we're doing here today and be one humanity. My faith in times like these says to be still and know that God is a very present help in the time of trouble. My faith calls us to, and the faith of many others, to embrace love and to rebuke hate, to rebuke fear, to rebuke death. And so let us do that together in this place in Philadelphia. And let us also embrace what many faiths and people, even not of faith, but who believe in a moral arc of the universe, and that is the oneness of our humanity. And let us be determined. Let us be determined even the more to be one people. And let us declare it. Would you grab a neighbor's hand or an arm, or whatever part they'll let you hold for a moment, and would you say to them, I love your life. I hold your life dear. I will protect your life. I will embrace your life. I will hope the best for your life. I will stand up for your life. Because we are one humanity and we need each other to survive. To my friend Ezra Klein and his wife, and all you gathered today, we the people cannot bow. 2.5 centuries ago, Benjamin Franklin wasn't the name of a broad parkway you could walk down from Love Park to this great gathering in the city of brotherly love. Benjamin Franklin was a living, breathing human being in a city of 40,000 people, the largest city in the American colonies at the time. By 1777, there were as many as 14,000 British troops occupying Philadelphia. More than a third of the population of the city, because everyday people had linked up with everyday people in other colonies to declare their independence from tyrannical rule. 2.5 centuries later, a would-be king has ordered U.S. troops to occupy Los Angeles and to parade down the streets of Washington, D.C., to parade like the North Korean forces of Kim Jong-un. But we are here to say, no, that is not who we are. We are gathered in Philadelphia and in 2,000 cities and towns across America today we are everyday people of every race, creed, and community and political affiliation, uniting in the great nonviolent tradition of those who came before us to demonstrate a better way, a way we have learned through this nation's painful struggles. The struggles that have taught us that we either go forward together or backwards divided. We are not a people who bow and give total allegiance to any ruler or policy, because bowing is not freedom and bowing is not in our spiritual DNA. We cannot be who we were made to be unless we are free. We are not a people who give loyalty to a king. No, we, the people of the United States of America, are at our best when we are striving to be united by our commitment to liberty and justice for all. Now, we must be honest. America has never been all that she aspires to be. But every stride toward freedom, every step toward a more perfect union has been grounded in this commitment to freedom, liberty, and justice for all. Declaring that we are created equal and endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Writing in our Constitution, we the people, in order to form a more perfect union. Already that is a confession of our imperfection. But we want to establish justice, to provide for the common defense, ensure domestic tranquility, and promote the general welfare. These are the principles that have always reminded us, pulled us, challenged us in the deepest recesses of our moral consciousness, that we who believe in freedom cannot rest. And in the face of any challenge that would have us bow and accept something less, we say no. Truth is, these are not liberal or conservative commitments. They are moral values that can unite us and connect us to the best of who we are and keep us from ever bowing to a wannabe king. So today, we demonstrate with amazing clarity and speak the truth with strength. And the truth is, Donald Trump's regime is not illegally deploying American troops on U.S. soils because he's strong. He's abusing his authority as commander-in-chief, trying to pick a fight on America's streets because his agenda is incredibly unpopular. His political positions and his claims are weak and failing and contrary to our moral values. The truth is, you are the strength of America. He said he could end conflicts in other parts of the world with a phone call, but wars of aggression rage on. He said he could unite us, we're more divided. He said he was going to stand up for working people, but he handed the government over to a billionaire before their big bad breakup. He said he'd bring prices down, but his wild talk about tariffs has created economic uncertainty. He said he could deal with Gaza and deal with Ukraine, and things have gotten worse. He said his budget was big and beautiful, but the truth is, it's big and greedy and ugly and destructive and deadly to the most vulnerable. Ezra joined us last week as we've been gathering for Moral Mondays in D.C. since this big, ugly budget bill has been before Congress. They have arrested us, but they've not stopped our prayers or our prophetic critique to arrest the consciousness of America. Americans are learning the details of how this big, ugly, deadly, bad bill would kill tens of thousands of people in our communities by stripping health insurance from 15 million Americans, closing hospitals, slashing nutrition assistance programs, leaving millions of hungry children, cutting thousands of jobs supported by green energy crisis. And according to a report from the public health scholars at Yale and the University of Pennsylvania, the cuts to health care alone would kill 51,000 Americans next year. And the more people learn about its details, the less popular Trump's signature legislation becomes law, and his attempt to move more money from the poor and working poor to the wealthy than was transferred during chattel slavery. And because of this, you cannot be silent, and the cries of the people will not be silenced. That is why this regime is in panic. And when an authoritarian is weak, he will do anything to get attention. But we don't have to give Trump and MAGA what they want. We don't have to bow by waving a flag at his parade. Our demonstration of moral strength is in opposition to the tyranny that threatens our very existence as a country. And this kind of gathering can unite us in a moral movement to save America. And we will not stand down, not now, not ever. Because the truth is, when it comes to the need to stand up for the Constitution over a ruler who would ignore the courts, we are indivisible. When it comes to the need to repair breaches between those who have health care and those who don't, we are indivisible. When it comes to the conviction that everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect, we are indivisible. When it comes to our commitment that no child should go hungry in this, the richest nation in the world, we are indivisible. And when it comes to the central role of government to serve the people rather than to serve a king, we are indivisible. Now, might I close as a preacher? In the book of Daniel in the Bible, there is an ancient story where three young men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they were thrown into a fiery furnace for their refusal to bow. They refused to bow to a king that loved to put his name on buildings and ride around and make everybody bow to him. Well, they were thrown in, and they were not consumed, however, by the flames of the furnace. Instead, as they were thrown in, the people witnessed a fourth force come in and walk them through the fire. My fellow Americans, I stopped by this afternoon to remind you that when we tap into our moral power and refuse to bow, there is a greater power in the universe that will come and stand with us. In the final years of the anti-apartheid struggle in South Africa, they used to say, only a dying mule kicks the hardest. So we must maintain discipline, refuse to meet violence with violence, and keep our focus on an agenda that lifts us all to higher ground. We must join hands across all the lines that have been drawn to divide us and stand together as we the people. And when we do, I know a force more powerful than any of our individual actions will come and stand with us in the fire. That's what the best of American history has taught us. I stopped by to tell you and remind you today that the force of truth, the force of love, the force of justice, and the force of equality is more powerful than any would-be king. More powerful than brute force, more powerful than mean money, more powerful than big tech feudalism, more powerful than anything we know. When we stand up and when we stand together and when we refuse to bow, we can build a movement to save the heart and soul of America. Are you standing? When the founders refused to bow to King George, a fourth force stood with them. When the slave abolitionists right here in Philadelphia, black and white, refused to bow to the king-like rule of chattel slavery and slave masters, a fourth force stood with them. When women, black and white, refused to bow to those who didn't want them to vote, a fourth force stood with them. When segregationists and Jim Crow politicians' lips dripped with the words of interposition and nullification, people like Rosa Parks and Viola LaRussa and Fannie Lou and Martin and Rabbi Heschel, men and women of every birth, refused to bow, and a fourth force stood with them. And I tell you, the force of truth and the force of love and the force of equality and the force of justice is more powerful than any would-be king named Trump or MAGA or anything. And so it's time. It's time for us to stand together like never before. Because when we all get together, we have the power to reconstruct American democracy. Did you know that if just 20% of us, if we organize 20% of the non-voters in the last election, especially poor and low-wage voters who couldn't see how casting a ballot could make a difference in their lives, if we can organize them, we can upend the whole political calculus. If we go to every state, not just the so-called swing state, but every state. And if we win back some of our confused friends, we can upend the whole political calculus. If we refuse to bow and stand up for policies that make life better for every American, if we come together just one more round in history to fight for the heart and soul of this democracy, I declare unto you that when the work is done, when we finish organizing, when we've done praying and preaching, when we finish marching, when we finish registering voters, when we finish our nonviolent action, I guarantee you truth will win, justice will win, equality will win, justice will win. And on that day, we will truly be one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Stand! 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 Stand!
Please give a warm Philadelphia welcome to Congressman Jamie Raskin.
Hello, Indivisible. Hello, Philadelphia. Hello, America. I represent Ezra and Leah in the United States House of Representatives, so I like to think of myself as the congressman from Indivisible. But I came to Philly because it's a tough and a loving city, and you know how to topple kings here. You've been crushing tyrants since 1776. We come together, as Reverend Barber says, in the spirit of democratic, non-violent resistance. We pray for the families of Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark, and for Minnesota State Senator John Hoffman and his wife. These are our brothers and sisters in the struggle for a more just America, shot down in cold blood in broad daylight. And we pray for them and all of the people of Minnesota. For the spirit of Philadelphia is the spirit of America. We've got no kings here. We've got no queens here. We've got no emperors. We've got no titles of nobility here. President Trump, happy 79th birthday. Sorry we couldn't make it to your party, but we did pay for it. You are not our king, and we are not your subjects. We will never be your subjects. The people are sovereign, and we are all equal in the eyes of the law. All of us born here on this land are citizens, and your executive order is nothing but bad graffiti on the Constitution, and we're going to wash it off today. We've got no kings and we've got no slaves. We've got no masters and no serfs. Those of us who aspire and attain to public office are nothing but the servants of the people. And the moment that somebody in public office begins to act like the master of the people, that is the moment to evict, eject, reject, impeach, try, convict, and start all over again. Under Article 1, President Trump, your job is simple: to take care that the laws are faithfully executed. That's it. In the monarchies, Tom Paine said, the king is the law, but in the democracies and the free societies, the law is king. But you didn't get that memo, did you, Mr. President? You've been violating the law. You've been trampling the law. You've been ignoring the law, acting as if it's irrelevant to the only thing that matters, which is your own wealth and power. What if Thomas Jefferson were here? What if Abraham Lincoln were here? What would they say? They would say, cut it out. Stop violating the rights of the people. Stop trespassing on the powers of Congress. Stop staging provocations against the members of Congress and other parts of the government. Stop violating the orders of the courts. President Trump, your gangster state just threw Senator Padilla to the ground, kneeled on his back, and handcuffed him. Your agents barged into Congressman Nadler's office and handcuffed and traumatized his young staffer. Your guys arrested a judge in Wisconsin. You indicted Representative LaMonica MacGyver from New Jersey on phony charges, and she now faces 17 years in prison. You're terrorizing American communities with masked men in unmarked cars arresting people without warrants. You pardoned 1,600 felon rioters and insurrectionists who brutally injured 140 police officers on January 6, 2021. You're auctioning off pardons to Republican criminals in D.C. like they're selling cheesesteaks in Philadelphia. You're a billion-dollar crypto king now who dropped dozens of charges against crypto scammers. And now you want to fly around on Bribe Force One, an illegal $400 million jumbo jet grift from the emirs of Qatar. You sent the Marines to California. You hijacked the National Guard there. You threatened to seize the lawful power of the governor of California, the mayor of Los Angeles, and the chief of police, and you threatened to send heavy force to cities all over America this weekend to remind us of your love. But you know what? I don't see anybody trembling in Philadelphia today. I don't see anybody hiding behind the couch crying bone spurs today. It's raining and I see nothing but tens of thousands of patriots wherever I turn. And we paid for our own rally today. It's not on the taxpayers. We marched with millions of people across America to celebrate not the people in power, but the power of the people. We march in cadence with the great civilizing, nonviolent movements of American history, the abolitionists, the suffragists, the bonus marchers, the civil rights movement, the women's movement, the labor movement, the peace movement, the women's march, the environmental movement, the LGBTQ movement, March for Our Lives, and the climate movement. We may not be founding fathers in the 18th century, but we are founding fighters in the 21st century. So what do you say, Philly? You ready to fight back? You want a gangster state, or do you want free speech and democracy in America? You want a king? You want a king who thinks, like all kings, that women are his property and he can grab whomever he wants, wherever he wants? Or do you want a democracy run by strong women and strong men, strong enough to be the allies of women and not their attackers and harassers? You want a king who stages coups and insurrections and lies about elections? Or do you want a constitutional right to vote in America? Free from all the gerrymandering and voter suppression. Do you want an imperialist takeover of Greenland and Canada and Panama? Or do you want statehood for Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico? Hey, you want a king who tries to erase history and disappear the truth? Or do you want Bruce Springsteen, who tells them the truth all over the world? You know, Donald Trump never talks about the framers because he knows nothing about them. But the framers knew a lot about people like Donald Trump. Sometime between now and the 4th of July, Mr. President, you must read the Declaration of Independence, because Thomas Jefferson could have been writing about you. He told the people of America to rise up against King George and his lust for absolute tyranny. Jefferson denounced a king who, quote, sent swarms of officers to harass our people, who kept amongst us in times of peace standing armies without the consent of our legislatures, and quartered large bodies of armed troops amongst us. A king who cut off our trade with all parts of the world and imposed tariffs and taxes on us without our consent. A king who excited domestic insurrections against us. A king who repeatedly obstructed the laws of naturalization of foreigners to our land. A king who tried to make judges dependent on his political will alone. Yes, Donald, the Declaration and the Constitution were written by people who wanted to stop criminal bosses like you from taking state power. We the people, in order for a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and preserve to ourselves and our posterity the blessings of liberty, do hereby ordain and establish the Constitution of these United States of America. That's our preamble. That's our mission statement. And the very next sentence in Article 1 provides all legislative powers shall be vested in a Congress of the United States of America. The People's Branch, the lawmaking body for whom the president works as an executive. Sometimes people say we're three co-equal branches. Really, first of all, co-equal is not even a word, okay? That's like extremely unique. If we're co-equal, why is it Congress has the power to impeach a president for treason, bribery, and other high crimes and misdemeanors, and he doesn't have the right to impeach us? Congress has the power to pass budgets and taxes. We've got the power to create departments and spend money. We have the power to regulate commerce with foreign nations and therefore to enact tariffs, which is why his tariffs have been struck down by United States District Court. We've got the power to declare war, not the president. If anybody's going to declare war on Venezuela, it's going to be the Congress of the United States, not Stephen Miller or Tulsi Gabbard or Pete Hegseth or anyone else in their Signal chat room. No, you don't get to be a monarch or a dictator in America, and you don't get to be on the payroll of monarchs and dictators from other countries. Sorry, Donald, you don't get to keep the millions of dollars you've pocketed from Saudi Arabia, from China, from the United Arab Emirates or Qatar. You've got to return all the money your golf courses and country clubs have gotten from the secret. His son, Donald Trump Jr., says, my dad doesn't even accept his salary. I'm sorry, that's all he's allowed to accept. The framers were clear. You get paid by the people of the United States to whom you owe a duty, not Putin and the kleptocrats of Russia, not bin Salman and the theocrats of Saudi Arabia, not Orban or the autocrats of Egypt and Turkey. The framers wanted an undivided duty to the American people. You can't sell out our Constitution to build your luxury hotels in Gaza or a golf course in Greenland. My friends, the people are winning all over America. The bullies are on the run. We ran Elon Musk out of town. And Musk now says that Trump should be impeached, and Trump says that Musk should be investigated for his tens of billions of dollars in federal contracts, and for once, they're both right. My friends, fascism will not be the end of American democracy. American democracy will be the end of fascism. We will stand up for democracy and human rights and freedom all over the world. We will stand with President Zelensky and the people of Ukraine against Putin's filthy, bloodthirsty invasion. We will stand with the people of Greenland, the people of Europe and Africa, the people of Canada and Mexico for our common right to trade with each other, to respect each other, to travel and migrate and seek asylum without fear and without terror. We are the ones fighting against terror and tyranny today. And I look at you today, Philadelphia, and I know we are winning. We are winning. I will leave you with the words of the great Tom Paine, who my son Tommy was named after. And Tom Paine got to this beautiful city in 1774, 2 years before the American Revolution. He fell in love with your city, and he fell in love with this land. He said, if America lives up to its values and its ideals, it will become, he said, an asylum to humanity. Not an insane asylum, mind you, okay? A place of refuge for people seeking freedom from religious and political and intellectual and economic repression from around the world. And then he wrote the greatest pamphlet in our history, Common Sense, which ignited the American Revolution against the kings and the queens and the lords and the dictators. But 1776 was a tough year, and the country was split down the middle, and half of the people were saying, you can't beat the greatest military empire that ever existed. You can't overthrow a tyrannical king. It won't work, they said. But half the people said, let's give it a try. Let's pledge to ourselves our lives, our fortunes, our sacred honor to build a government that rests on the consent of the governed and the rights and the freedoms of the people. But in 1776, Paine wrote another pamphlet called The American Crisis to give people hope, to see it through all the way. And I'm going to quote a little passage for you. I'm going to update the language pursuant to instructions from Nancy Pelosi, because she said Tom Paine was a feminist and he wouldn't mind. And that he was fighting for women's voting rights in the 18th century. But Paine said this. He said, these are the times that try men and women's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will shrink at this moment from the service of their cause and their country. But everyone that stands with us now will win the love and the favor and the affection of every man. Will be our victory. That victory will be ours, Philadelphia.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. 2 years ago, on the 60th anniversary of the March on Washington, thousands gathered on the Mall, not in commemoration, but in rededication. It was a magnificent sight. All ages, young and old, in every color imaginable. Families, sororities, fraternities, activists, and everyday people. Not one instance of violence in the sweltering heat. People unrolling prayer blankets towards Mecca, others walking to tents to observe Shabbat. It was a beautiful day. And 700 miles away in Jacksonville, Florida, a gunman with a swastika carved into his weapon opened fire in a predominantly black community and shot dead 3 people. Same day, same country. A tale of 2 Americas, much like the tale of 2 wolves. You all have heard the story, right? We talk about it a lot in our home, and it goes that a Cherokee grandmother told her granddaughter about a battle that goes on inside every person. My child, she says, the battle is between 2 wolves. One is full of anger, division, chaos, greed, arrogance, self-pity, resentment, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. The other is full of joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, community, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. The granddaughter thought for a moment and asked, well, which wolf wins? The grandmother pulled her close and said, the one you feed. I stand before you today, not in anger, but in love. Not the sentimental kind, but a bold, unwavering, truth-telling love. A mother's love, a people's love, a love that says, I will fight for you, even when I don't know your name. Because your liberation is bound up in mine. We gather at a crossroads, one that asks us once again, is this America? Is this America when tanks roll through our neighborhoods, but healthcare doesn't? Is this America when flash bombs fall on peaceful protesters, but not on injustice? Is this America when the First Amendment is honored in print, but punished in practice? Let me be clear. This is not patriotism. This is performance. This is not leadership. This is illusion. And this, my brothers and sisters, is not democracy. This is a creeping shadow of authoritarianism, cloaked in power and pride. But we will not be deceived by noise and spectacle, because the true strength of this nation is not in its missiles, but in its morality. Not in its parades, but in its people. Not in fear, but in freedom. It's been a long few months, and I hear so many of us talking about anxiety and depression and despair. But when I despair, I remember the words of Gandhi. There may be tyrants and murderers, but in the end, they always fall. Because truth force, what he called soul force, satyagraha, is more powerful than any other weapon. That's the force of love. That's the force of justice. That's the force of everyday people saying, enough. So I ask you again, where do we go from here? Chaos or community? That's right, we choose community. We choose the deep national healing that we so badly need. We choose to realize the dream, because it's not radical to care about all children, not just the ones who look, pray, or love like your own. It's not radical to believe in the words carved on the base of the Statue of Liberty. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. It's not radical to serve, to protect, to protest, to love. No, it's not radical, it's American. And that's why we're going into communities across this country, not with closed fists or with tanks, but with open hearts and open arms. We are showing up with truth in our hands and love in our voices, because we love this country. And we know that loving America means holding it accountable to its highest promises. My father-in-law, Martin Luther King Jr., spoke of levels of love, the highest being agape, and the highest level is not passive. It's a force that challenges systems, not just sentiments. That's the love that we need now. That's the love that will unify us. So let us raise our voices, not in hate, but in hope. Let us march, not to divide, but to build. Let us love, not to escape the struggle, but to endure it together. Because we are one. One people, one nation, under God, indivisible, with and justice for all. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Let me first say that we send all of our prayers and support to those families that lost their loved ones who are elected officials in Minnesota. We also today must start, because I come from the nonviolent tradition, as many of us do. And I can't imagine what my father nor mother are thinking as we go through this period of history. Beyond the fact that we must stay engaged and stay on the battlefield and until truth, justice, freedom, and equality exist for all humankind. I am deeply honored to stand with you today in the city of brotherly love. A city steeped in the dream of liberty, a city that birthed a nation, and a city that has long carried the flame of resistance in the face of oppression. Philadelphia, you are no stranger to struggle. You were a sanctuary for runaway slaves, a refuge for the righteous abolitionists, a crossroads for the Underground Railroad, and today you are once again a sacred ground where justice calls and freedom answers. So it is only fitting that we gather here today, not in fear, but in faith, not in despair, but in defiance. We gather here in the shadow of Independence Hall to declare that we, the people, still believe in democracy. We still believe in justice. And we still believe in a nation without kings, without tyrants, without rulers who place themselves above the law. We are here to say this land belongs to the people, not to the monarchs, not to the autocrats, not to strong men, but to the people. Just as the generation of 17 and 76 cast off the crown and proclaimed a republic, we, the generation of 2025, pledge to keep faith with that sacred inheritance and let it be known to every corner of this land. We will not let democracy die on our watch. Yes, we're deeply troubled, my friends, by efforts to use fear as a weapon, to use immigration as a scapegoat, to silence the voice of the people through martial force. But we are not afraid, we're not intimidated, and we will not be moved. We will stand, we will march, we will sing, and we will speak peacefully, powerfully, and persistently until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream. Let us be clear. Let us be perfectly clear that to deport anyone without due process is not only illegal, it is immoral. It is a betrayal of our Constitution and of our highest values. We are one nation under God, indivisible, not with division and detention, but with liberty and justice for all. We reject the militarization of our streets. We say to those in power, if you want to honor our armed forces, do not parade them through the streets like pawns on a chessboard. Honor them by caring for their bodies, their minds, and their futures. Honor them by protecting democracy, not parading over it. Let us use those hundreds of millions of dollars not to inflate egos, but to uplift the people. Use it to fund our schools, to heal our sick, to protect our elderly, to care for our veterans. That is real patriotism. That is real love of our country. And I say to every protester, every marcher, every dreamer in this moment, commit yourselves to nonviolence. Not merely as a strategy, but as a way of life. My father taught us that nonviolence is the sword that heals. It is the weapon of the strong. It turns enemies into friends and injustice into redemption. Every gain of the modern civil rights movement that was made was won through disciplined, determined nonviolence. Nonviolent love, I should say. Remember, the forces of repression are watching for us to slip up. They're waiting to point at a broken window and ignore a broken system. They're waiting for an excuse to crush what they cannot control. We must not give it to them. Even one act of violence can undo the moral power of 1,000 voices. So let our protest be loud, but let it also be loving. Let it be fierce, but let it be faithful. Let it be firm, but never fueled by hate. So train your hearts in the discipline of peace. Prepare your minds for the long road ahead. And walk together, children, don't you get worried. But there's a great camp meeting in the promised land of justice. So as I close this afternoon, I want to say to you, have faith in democracy. Have faith in the power of the people. Have faith in truth over lies, light over darkness, love over hate. We walk not alone, for God walks with us. And if God be for us, who can be against us? So let us rise up with faith. Let us march on with courage. And let us keep climbing toward that great day when liberty is no longer a promise, but a lived reality of all. And so, we will never give up. We will never give out. We will never give in. We will speak. Para hacer la toma de arriba.
Luisita, por favor? Sí. Háblame. Háblame, Luisa. Ahí estamos, perfecto.
¿Dónde me quieres?
Ahí estás bien. Ok, perfecto, gracias. Un segundo. Ok, listos, grabando, Luis.
Well, there was no way you were not going to find me at some of the No Kings protests in America. I mean, this is what it's all about. Right? We have a constitution here, and we have to follow the constitution. And we don't have a king, we have a president. The president's job is to take care that the laws are faithfully executed. The laws passed by Congress, by the House and Senate, and signed into law by the president. That's all the president's job is, not to trample the freedoms and rights of the people, not to usurp the powers of Congress. So I was going to be out there regardless, but when they invited me to come to Philadelphia, I just thought it was too wonderful and too symbolic an invitation to come to a place where the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution were born, to come to where the Battle of Gettysburg was, and the people of Philadelphia, the people of Pennsylvania, they've always stood up for our freedom and democracy, and they're doing it again.
What do you think are the biggest hurdles?
The biggest hurdle,
Congress right now.
look, the courts are standing up and doing their job. There are 184 preliminary injunctions right now against, and temporary restraining orders against this reign of lawlessness. And, you know, if we knew that Trump and his administration were going to comply with all the judicial orders, then we could feel pretty confident we could struggle our way through. But they have been, you know, doing a do-si-do, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, sometimes complying, sometimes not. We got to make sure that judicial independence is respected and that the orders of the courts are respected. But fundamentally, we're not going to be able to rely on the courts. We need people all over America, not just in my beautiful home state of Maryland, the free state, not just in Pennsylvania, but in every state of the Union. And stand up for democracy and freedom and the rule of law in the country. Well, we're standing up every day. The Republicans in the House side have a very narrow margin. I can't remember if it's 3 votes or 4 votes right now. People in, people out. But they just have a handful of votes. Great pressure on all the politicians across the country, so the ones who are in swing districts just feel it's not worth it. They're going to give up their careers. They've got to be more afraid of their own voters turning against them than they are of Donald Trump, saying he's going to endorse somebody else or get Elon Musk to spend his money. You bet.
A ellos los ponemos aquí para que se vean este lado, ¿está?
Dale a la siguiente.
entiendo, perfecto.
Can you tell me why it's so
I think it was important for us to be here to show Americans, remind Americans the best of us, to remind us how to be united, to stand for what is right, for what is just, for what is
Question, I'm sorry.
Why is it so important for you to be here?
It's important to be here because there are two separate Americas. And we talk about being, it's in our name, the United States of America. We cannot be the United States of America if it's all right to have a different vision, but those visions must unify and not suppress someone else because you disagree with them. I mean, we're here because this is a First Amendment right. My dad used to say, the greatness of America is the right to protest for rights. And when you have elements of government that seem to be attempting to suppress the rights for all people, the people must stand up and say, no, that is not what we want. We know we can be better. We are working to create. My dad might have called it the beloved community in my mind.
Do you have any
Well, obviously, it's beyond tragic. We were en route here, so we still haven't fully been reached, but we do know that elected officials caused the fire. And again, we keep asking, is this America? This can never be normalized and become what we expect. And that's why we're here today. That's why more than 2,000 cities and towns across the nation, people are coming together and standing together and to remind us that we are great and to live what we have in this
something about Minnesota?
I would, I certainly, it's almost like you're waking up dreaming of something that should not ever exist. We as a society have lost our humanity. When someone loses their life, you can't get any, I don't know what else could happen. But also, when people are mistreated, there's a humane way to do everything. If someone disagrees with you, it does not have to result in death. That is absolutely insane and crazy. We are better than that as a nation. But you must continue to understand that it's the rhetoric that's put into society that's not justified, but it creates an unfolded set of circumstances. Humanity is better. And I must say that our prayers go to the families. Our prayers go to them. And I hope the community lift up the community. Someday, Dad would say this. I have to keep saying it. I can't say it enough. We must learn non-violence, or we might face non-existence.
What do you think your dad would tell you?
That's a very good question. Dad always challenged and attempted to find the best in a human being and extract the best, the goodness. And, you know, Donald Trump represents Dad would bring together people to challenge him on things that he felt were wrong and that were hurting the masses of people. You know, there could be policy that brings us together and lifts us up. I mean, I think Dad would be very concerned, and Mom, I should say, about children being in schools. You go and attract them and divide their families. What kind of humanity, human being does that? Orders that. There's a constructive way to address some illegal scenario. And I, personally, I don't even know how you call people aliens. Aliens is another thing. they're human beings. And we're not dealing with any of them as if they're human beings. We're dealing with them as if they're animals or something else lower. That has got to change. It's got to change.
And I think the question would not be what you just said to Donald Trump, but what he would be saying to the community, because he understands exactly where the power is. And I think he would be doing what's happening today all across the state. He would be organizing us to come together, to stand together, and to organize together to really create the blood of the world.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Say yes. Say good. Say yes.
So, first of all, I want to, hey, Philadelphia, I have never seen more
So I need some help. I need some help. I have one thing to say to you, and it is no kings, freedom. No kings, freedom. But as Randy says, and she's right, and I know something about authoritarianism, the thing that I know is that it can only be fought together. So I'm going to say no kings, and I want to hear if there's anybody out there who can say freedom. No kings. No kings. No kings. That's right. We don't want kings. We don't want fascists. We don't want oligarchs for very simple reasons. Those people cannot represent us. They are surrounded by the hirelings, by the minions, by the bootlicking billionaires. And what they will do and what they are doing is taking away the future, taking away our work, destroying the environment around us, taking away our rights. That is what they are bringing to us. No kings. No kings. No kings. Freedom means hands off. Freedom means no deportations in the streets. Freedom means no violence against peaceful American citizens and everybody in this country. But freedom also means a nature with which we're in harmony. Freedom also means a government that works. Freedom also means equality, health care. Freedom also means the American dream. No kings. No kings. No kings. When I was a little kid, my parents brought me to the city to see a Liberty Bell. That was very meaningful for me because we had bell on the farm, and I called out that bell as a Liberty Bell, and I ran as a little kid. I came, we saw the Liberty Bell. That was wonderful. But as I grew up, I learned some things. I learned that the Liberty Bell wasn't called the Liberty Bell in 1776. You know this, right? You're from Philadelphia. It was called the State House Bell. It was the abolitionists who called it the Liberty Bell. It was the people who had to challenge slavery who called it the Liberty Bell. And then it was the women's suffrage movement who called it the Liberty Bell. And it's because of them that we now all call it the Liberty Bell. And what do we learn from that? We learn that in history, first no kings, and then freedom. And we learn that you only make progress for freedom with struggle, and you learn that you only make progress for freedom with allies who you learn from. So, no kings is today, freedom is tomorrow. No kings today, freedom tomorrow. We act together today, and we keep acting tomorrow. We make a new friend here today, and we do something with them tomorrow. We meet somebody we admire today, and we do something with them tomorrow. We meet somebody who's a little more courageous than us today, and we do something with them tomorrow. Today, no kings, tomorrow, freedom. There is a better America out there. There is a better America underneath. There is a better America that we can see. There is a better America that we can make. History is in our hands. No kings. No kings. No kings. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage the co-president of Community Change, Morella Braden.
Please give a warm Philadelphia welcome to Army veteran with common defense, Naveed Shah.
Just a moment. Es que si no se va a ver la madera y se va a ver feo, Luisita hermosa.
¿Qué te hago?
Sí, ahí, dame chance. Déjame dar foco. ¿Ok? Ok, estamos listos. Corriendo. No worries.
What's the point of the military parade if you're going to disrespect the troops and their families? 250 years ago, the army that I love was founded by the Continental Congress to stand up against King George. Almost nothing makes you prouder than to say, go army. But today, our state parade isn't about patriotism. It's about his power. And here's the truth. In a recent poll that we did, 70% of veterans, including Republicans and Independents, are opposed to Trump's birthday parade. Because we know you don't honor the troops by making them cry. Please welcome to the stage from the ACLU, Anu Joshi and Mike Lee.
My name is Anu Joshi, and I am with the American Civil Liberties Union. And I'm here to say to you that no matter what, the ACLU is in this fight alongside you to save our democracy. Over the last 4 months,
Voy a mover para el otro lado para tener otra toma. Ya sé, mi amor, ya sé. Sí, mi vida. It's so very heavy.
born and raised. Happy Pride Month. Happy Early Father's Day. Happy democracy. Cities and countries, cities across this country, standing up, pushing back against President Trump and his enablers, while they try to pull out all the stops, unconstitutionally, trying to scare us, put us on our heels, knock the democratic breath out of us. They even trying to do it here in Philly, threatening, funding cuts that don't suit our local policy, deportation without due process. People in our streets. But guess what? You must be the wrong city. You see our local government, you see our elected officials, we here to stand up and push back. City, as you heard throughout today, we're known for our fighting spirit and our brotherly love. And do not give up on people. Let me tell y'all real quick while these are called the rocky steps. It's not because of how many people rock and knock down, it's because of how many times you stood up. Against the odds, he stood up. Stand up, fight back. Right? So, when they try to give us a parade, no, he's not meditating. We're going to stand up. Don't give us a statue. That's the chorus. We love the grind. That's why we talk about these steps. That's why we bring our champions to these steps. Because we respect and love the grind. The underdog. It doesn't matter what the odds are. We're here to fight peacefully. And do so in a constitutional way. Because that's what it's all about. Last thing, Dave. Last thing. Only love can drive out the hate that we're seeing. I see love here. And just remember, when you're in Philly, sometimes love hurts.
Please give a warm Philadelphia welcome to State Representative from Georgia, Rural Roman.
How's everybody doing?
les puedes decir que voy a cambiar el lente, porfa, o sea, voy a tener que apagar un poco, cambiar el lente, ¿sí? Sí.